I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Alright, this is Amadin Ogbewe from Kaftan TV. Can you hear me? Okay. Please, let's know what's happening in Sudan. We're currently on air. I'd like to get your experience or what's really going on in the country at the moment.
Yeah, we are one of the students who are stranded in Sudan for the past 3 or 4 days.
Alright.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
As you know what is going on now in Sudan, that war is going on, and the two parties that are fighting agreed for the cease of fire for 3 days. They gave them 3 days and another 3 days. So the last 3 days will be ended today, or maybe already ended, I don't know. And I didn't know the embassy government, Nigerian government, promised to pay, or they said they paid 1.2 million to evacuate Nigerians in Sudan. Nigerian citizens in Sudan.
Alright.
Hello? $1.2 million.
Yes. So how was that?
This is what we are taught.
How has that worked out for you? How does it help? Are you actually in the process of being rescued at the moment?
They started the evacuation yesterday. But yesterday they promised, they said, even the people, the embassy of Sudan, here in Sudan said they have paid they have paid for 40 buses to come and evacuate Nigerian students from Khartoum to Egypt. They said they have already paid for the 40 buses. But in our surprise yesterday, they brought only 10 buses in the place they said we should meet. They brought only 10 buses. Another place, some people said one bus, some people said 2 buses. So now, they promised yesterday that they will bring 10 in the morning and 10 in the evening. They brought only 10 buses. Some people left without 10 buses. Then they said today again, they will bring another 10 buses in the morning and 10 buses in the evening. Since morning we have not seen any bus. Even yesterday, they did not fulfill the promise they made, because people were very angry yesterday that they have to bring the 40 buses. So we spoke to people that they should come down and let's see what is going to happen. At least they still have 4 hours. So according to their promise, if they fulfill the promise, they will complete everything before the time ends. But to our surprise, they brought only 10 yesterday, and today we have not seen any bus, and we did not know what happened. Now we did not see any member from the embassy today. We haven't seen any one of them. So we don't know what is happening. And now, these people, they are about to start the fight again.
Alright, let me get let me get something clear. The 10 buses was not nearly enough for the students that were there, right?
Yeah, not enough. Not just for only students. We have even those people that are working with us. The students and the non-students, so they are all here. We gather together in the university called International University of Africa. We have been here for the past 4 days. For the past 4 days, no food, no water, nothing, because electricity was interrupted, maybe because of the bomb or something like that.
Well, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Female and their children with them, sleeping outside, no shelter. So this is the situation we are now in Sudan, and we did not see this in our embassy. We didn't see them.
So is anyone in contact with you right now as to the way forward?
Your account is low. Please recharge as soon as possible.
Alright, I think we might have to let go of that call there. But those are harrowing tales now. But before I get your thoughts on that, Moses, let's take a look at the video of some of those students now. That was a student speaking to us, telling us what his experience is. He's still in Khartoum or in Sudan at the moment, where they say the ceasefire is about to end, and and the fighting is about to restart, and which is not a very good thing. But then he speaks about 10 buses which came and took some students and some Nigerians away. Let's hear from those persons who might have deemed themselves lucky to be able to escape or be rescued. Let's see the update on that. Let's hear from some of them now.
Before we started this journey, we have to go on several fighting. Can you imagine that we are stuck in this desert for 5 hours? Like we don't know the situation we have. We don't have water. Our money has finished. Can you imagine? And they said the vehicle drivers, they said they are not moving their bus. They said they are not moving their buses because they don't give them money. Which type of attitude is this one? Look at this place. We are stuck in desert. We don't even have compass. We don't know the way we are. Everything has finished. We are done. We don't have anything. We don't have anything. We don't have bus. We don't have anything. We don't have compass. We even know our location. We're in an unknown environment with a very big danger.
Look at this place.
Don't take a look at this place. Why is Nigeria
later another 10 will come, we will not see that 10. So the money where they give them, that was on 26. That was on 26. That was on 20. Or that was on 26, and today is 27. The rest of us will remain here. We supposed to come out today, and the place where they go is very far. By now, we don't suppose they road. When embassy leave us here. The time is almost 10 o'clock. We no see bus.
10:30.
This 10:30. We no see bus. We no see people from embassy. We no see anybody. They just abandon us here. We don't even know what is their plan. We have not seen any bus. So this is the situation we dey face for Sudan. Why our government dey do all this kind of thing always? Wetin be the problem? Wetin we do then? Na crime to be Nigerian. Wetin we do? Even countries wey be say they no get embassy for Sudan don comot.
Yes.
So wetin we do? Why do they do all this kind of thing? They don't give them money. They say 150 million. They say money they give them now almost $400,000, and they say they don't pay for the bus. But when they realize say now when bus come here, they pay the driver before you go comot. No say they pay company. So I beg, make una put us in prayer. We don't go through a lot for the past 4 days, 5 days.
Talk about the female, the pregnant, the children.
We have some students here who are also married. They deal with their children.
Yeah.
They deal with their children, and some are even pregnant, and they are stranded. Embassy no provide food. They no provide water. In fact,
no medication.
No medication. Now for one school we did one Jamia freaky, and we all of us pack like this. As the place be.
Yeah.
The Nigerians we dey wait make embassy come, make they come do something. I beg, make una help us as if we say wetin we do there. Why they do us like this? We need to leave Sudan. This country no safe for us.
Today is the last day.
Today should be the last day for the ceasefire. We need to leave this country. Look at the full embassy talk. They don't give them money. Let them do their job. The government has paid. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. We are in Sudan. We are Nigerians who are stranded in Sudan. And as you see now, she has people plenty. Now embassy they wait for. Nigerian government don't give them money, and this people don't promise us plenty things. Say they go carry us come on. Say they don't pay for bus. They say now 40 buses they pay for. Now what the embassy tell us? Say 20 will go the first day, 20 will go the second day, but the first day only 10 buses we see. The other 10 will not see them. They say maybe the first 10 will go, later another 10 will come, but we will not see that 10. No. So the money where they give them, that was on 26. That was on 20. Or that was on 26, and today is 27. The rest of us will remain here. We supposed to come out today, and the place where they go is very far. By now, we don't suppose they road. When embassy leave us here. The time is almost 10 o'clock. We no see bus.
10:30.
This 10:30. We no see bus. We no see people from embassy. We no see anybody. They just abandon us here. We don't even know what is their plan. We have not seen any bus. So this is the situation we dey face for Sudan. Why our government they do all this kind of thing always? Wetin be the problem? Wetin we do them? Na crime to be Nigerian. Wetin we do? Even countries wey be say they no get embassy for Sudan don comot.
Yes.
So wetin we do? Why do they do all this kind of thing? They don't give them money. They say 150 million. They say money they give them now almost $400,000, and they say they don't pay for the bus. But when they realize say now when bus come here, they pay the driver before you go comot. No say they pay company. So I beg, make una put us in prayer. We don't go through a lot for the past 4 days, 5 days.
Talk about the female, the pregnant, the children.
We have some students here who are also married. They deal with their children.
Yeah. Yeah.
They deal with their children, and some are even pregnant, and they are stranded. Embassy no provide food, they no provide water. In fact,
no medication.
School, no medication. Now for one school we did one jamia freaky, and we all of us pack like this as the place be. Yeah. The Nigerians we the wait make embassy come, make they come do something. I beg, we gonna help us as if say what we do. They want to do us like this. We need to leave Sudan. This country no safe for us.
Today is the last day.
Today should be the last day for the ceasefire. We need to leave this country. Look at the full embassy talk. They don't give them money, let them do their job. The government has paid.
Alright, welcome back. We still see the harrowing tales there from those stranded in Sudan. Let's take some tweets in response to that. We have a better repeat saying, some of the states of origin buses is stranded in the deserts. Kindly easily identify them for easy payment. We have Mayor of Ofa saying, if they were not paid, why did the driver move in the first place? What was the agreement before they moved? There should be answers first. The other person, Femi Akande, says, if they weren't paid, I doubt they would have moved from the takeoff point. I think the drivers are trying to exploit the desperate situation to twist the federal government into paying them more. This person says, my family matters. It doesn't concern us. It will reach everyone turn by turn, and so on and so forth. We have someone else here. Nigeria deserves better leadership. He says, these are people's children, for crying out loud. Nigeria government, fix our education sector. No. Fix health. No. Evacuate the people troubled Sudan. They say yes. Now they see the result of their yes after spending $1.2 million in a cruise. Why put innocent students through this? The whole nonsense obviously has no boundary. Such a shame. This is really interesting. And now, the student there who called said, is already in the news cycle. Federal government hires 40 buses at $1.2 million to evacuate 2,400 students. It's on record that this is what happened, and it's now also on record the results of it. What do you make of this disparity?
All right, I was trying to look at the cost of money they release for each buses, and then I was calculating around 150 million naira, and each bus will be getting like 1.7 million naira from the 150 million naira. So, which means the cost of traveling from Sudan, passing through Cairo to Egypt, will take them close to 4 hours, close to 40 hours, around 37 or 38 hours. So, if each bus, each person will be paying, they will be paying at least 40-something thousand naira on each person. Now, if they are paying 40-something thousand naira for 78 person in a single bus, if they are paying this huge amount of money, who is checking if actually the money is being paid to those drivers? Who owns the transport system where they get the buses from? And who is putting a call through to check on all these students if they have left the place of they bought the bus or they are still there? And who is checking to know the progress of the bus? 38 hours is not beans, like we used to say. 38 hours is no beans. So I think there should be someone doing all these things. Adebowale said she will be on YouTube today. I saw it on Senate's Twitter page saying Adebowale will be on YouTube this afternoon or evening to discuss what is happening. I think before discussing all these things, we should ensure that we put everything in places. If the ceasefire, if the time for the ceasefire lapse and they begin to fire again, then we are putting the lives of these children in danger. I just think the federal government are not doing it right if there is nobody checking on these things. And why did they refuse to even release the name of the transport system they are using? We have some philanthropists that would have put a call through or put a chat through to any of those students and then look for a way to get money down to them so that they can continue their journey. But we never knew which of the transport system they are using or who is even in charge of their movement. So I think the federal government are not, they did well, but they are not doing it better by not following through the money they spend. And that is how we always lose a whole lot of money in the country too. If we give out projects and nobody is checkmating whatever they are doing. So the government should just sit tight and ensure that they have started the work, and they ensure that these students get to Egypt, and then from Egypt they can then look for a way to bring them down home. But if they are not in Egypt, they are stranded in the desert, and it is not fair enough. So one of them was saying for 4 days they haven't eaten, which means for that 4 days they haven't even taken their bath, nor brushed their teeth, no water for them to use. So federal government should just try and do more better, and then let us have a better update from them also. Though if they lie to us, we have our way of getting the facts.
Indeed, and I think the issue here is the way there are varying levels of disappointment. Those still in Sudan or in this town proper, they are saying that you promised about 40 buses, only 10 came. We are here, we are still stranded. The ones who left in the 10 buses and felt that I'm happy, I'm successful, I'm lucky enough, I'm making it out, they are stuck in the desert now. You know, so and I think another issue here is there can only be two reasons for this. It's either is incompetence or is corruption. Someone somewhere got the money and did not pass it on, or someone got the money and hired the wrong people or went the wrong way. But either way, I believe the culture that we need to start getting in Nigeria is one of accountability. It has happened. Now what happens? What is the result of this? It should be that whoever approved this money will say, well, I approved $1.2 million. What happened? Why are these people complaining? Why has this happened? Who is to blame? Bring them to me. And then, you know, that is how it's supposed to be. I remember back then in there was an issue of fake fuel or substandard fuel being brought into the country, and we didn't see anybody get asked or take responsibility for that. And I think that's what needs to really change. You know,
in purchasing and supply, they have this word they used to use: value for money.
Yes,
there should be value for every money being spent out. There should be accountability. 40 buses. They said they promised 10 buses in the morning, 10 in the evening. Then the next day 10 will come in the morning, another 10 will come in the evening. And who knows, maybe they are even waiting for the first buses that left to come back to come and evacuate the many students. So that's why I said government should do more by checking whatever money they are spending out. What is the essence of spending $1.2 million without getting a good result from it, or a perfect result from it? Is we act so wasteful.
Yes,
we act so wasteful without getting anything back.
That is just the word, and I think that government officials should really take it. Government officials should really take it into account that this money is not my money. You know, you have to spend it. You are much more circumspect that, or much more frugal than you normally be, because this is not your money. You have to take into account what the people want. Let's take our last trending piece of news for today. This is the issue of Governor El-Rufai. Let's take a look at a video from the governor where he's making a speech, basically sharing some regrets as regards some incidents, particularly in terms to security in the state. We'll take a look at that video, and then I'll talk about what it means really.